Hi, this is Barbie with Reformer Connection Pilates. We're going to do a reformer workout today with the ring focus. I've got two reds and a green on. You can lighten that up with less weight. Adding more weight would be adding a yellow or maybe a blue spring. So I have my headrest up to start. I'm going to go ahead and lay back. Shoulders are behind those shoulder pads. We're going to step the heels wide today. Pelvis is heavy. We're going to start with that ring right around the torso, sitting low on the torso. Lower back is lifted. With an exhale, you're going to press out. Ring just goes up without any tension, and we're going to squeeze down. Breathe in, lengthen out, exhale. Breathe. We're looking to keep the back and pelvis in the same shape. 8. Inhale, exhale. 7, 6, 5. Breathe as you reach. 4, 3, 2, halfway and hold it. We're going to do little pulses down, squeezing in the ring. Try not to tense the neck. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up with the arms, out with those legs, and come back in. Good. Same sequence with the arms. We're going to go toes wide. Take a deep breath. Squeeze that ring at your chest. Your carriage is in. You're going to send the ring up and legs out and down and squeeze. Breathe. Ankles are lifted high. Shoulders are heavy. Pelvis is heavy. We're going to keep that little space in the low back, like we could put a blueberry under there and not smash it. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way out to full extension, arms and legs halfway in, and pulse down, down and squeeze. 7, 6, shoulders are heavy, back of the shoulders should be touching the mat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms go up, legs extend out, and bring that carriage all the way in. Very nice. Step those toes to center. Good. Deep breath in. We're going to start with the ring behind the head. Ankles are lifted, pelvis heavy. Go up and squeeze, and in, and up, squeeze. 8. Shoulders are down the back. 7. Try to keep them heavy underneath you. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We'll hold one out there. Legs are straight, arms are straight. Now lower the heels, lower the ring behind your head. Lift and squeeze. And we've got 8. Lift and squeeze. 8. And soft elbows. 7. Keep the chest open. 6. Back of the shoulders nice and heavy. 5, 4, 3. Up and squeeze with the heels. Ring up. 2, and 1. Ring comes down to your chest, guys. Just relax those arms and run in place. You can hold the ring if you want. We're just going to not use it for a moment as we do our running in place or prancing. And let's do 6. Breathing, relaxing. 5. Pelvis is still. 4. Try not to shift from hip to hip. 3, 2. Hold 1. One heel's going to stretch under. Take that nice long inhale and rise up onto the tippy toes and change. Nice long inhale. Both heels reach under. Good. Take an inhale. And let's lift and come all the way back in. Good. Let's put that headrest flat. We're going to step those feet out just a little bit so they're not quite to the edges of the foot bar. That ring's going to go right above the knees. If you're feeling those shoulder pads really pressing in, scoot your body down away from them just so you have a little space between you and those shoulder pads. Give that ring a squeeze. You should feel that inner thigh tension. Abs are going to pull in as your knees pull in. So we're going to bridge. Take your inhale, squeeze the knees in, tilt your hips, roll up through the spine. Knees are reaching over toes, chest and shoulders are soft. Hips down, knees open, up and squeeze. You might need to adjust that ring once your hips are up. So as the knees come in, The lower belly pulls in. And we're soft through the neck and chest. Space between that chin and that chest. 6 and 5. And exhale, 4. Soft shoulders, 3. Down, up, and squeeze, 2. Hold those hips up. Now just the knees. In, lower belly in. Tailbone curls up as high as you can get it. 7, 6, 5, 4. Pull that carriage in. 3, 2. Hold that ring tight as you roll down. Open those knees, setting the bones down of your spine, bone by bone. Inhale, onto your toes. One set here. Knees in, abs in, roll up. Exhale, lift those hips up nice and high. Knees open, hips tilt, and up squeeze. Soft chest and shoulders. Exhale, 8 and 7, 6. Relax that sternum. 4. Breathing up. 3. Inhale, exhale, 2. Hips will stay up and squeeze. 2, abs in. 3, really tighten across the front of the pelvis. 5, 4, breathe. 3, and open those knees as you roll down through your spine. Very nice. Good. Let's take that ring out of those legs. Send those toes up into the ring. So ring is straight up to the ceiling and legs are straight up to the ceiling. We're pulling down on the toes, so the heels are pressing up to the sky. We're getting the back of the leg to stretch. Deep breath in and exhaling out. Try to relax that shoulder, chest area. Inhale. And let's put the right heel down. Left toes are going to stay. Now the ring can just dangle, or if you want more intensity, you'll be pulling down on that ring. Right arm down by your side, right heel on the foot bar. Knee is lined up with the hip. Inhale. Bridging up, rolling up through that hip. Tummy in. We're going to tilt down and lift. 10 and 9. Try not to let that right knee roll out. 8 and 7. You can pull down on this ring as much as you want. 6 and 5. Breathe down. Exhale, lift. 4 and 3. Lower belly in. 2. Heel up, hold, roll down nice and slowly through the center of the spine as evenly as you can. Good. Changing legs. Right toes on the ring, just stretch there for a second. Left arm relaxes by your side. Shoulders are even. Deep breath in. Heel of the left foot's on. Line that knee up with the hip. Roll it up with your exhale and tilt down and up. 10. 9. Try to relax that left arm. 8. 7. 6. Press that right foot into that ring. 5. 4. And lift through that tailbone. 3. Lift that pelvis. 2. Last time, lift it. Hold. Inhale. Slowly exhale and roll it down. Good. We're going to set the ring to the chest. We're going to go ahead and put the legs over the foot bar and roll up. Maybe you put your ring on your knees and help yourself up a little bit. We're going to come up and do a red and a yellow, or a red and a blue. If you like it on the heavy side, 2 reds is a nice option, and we'll go ahead and roll back down. Good. Headrest can come up at this point. Press the carriage out. Left foot up into the ring and just stretch. So our tailbone feels heavy, our pelvis is heavy. Leg is reaching about as straight as you can get it. Your pressing leg is also straight if you can get that leg pressed up against that foot bar, foot up against the foot bar. Leg reaches across the body. Left arm out and kind of gaze over your left side. Nice inhale and exhale. Deep breath. Leg will come center. As we come in, we're going to take that ring to our chest and set that left ankle over the right knee and do a little figure 4, pulling that knee in close. You can also keep your foot on the foot bar if that feels too intense. And let's change legs. Left foot presses you out. Right toes up into that ring. Very slowly extend out. It's light. Feel the length on the back of that leg. Take an inhale and exhale. One more time. Leg is across the body. Right arm out, looking over to the fingertips of that right arm. Chest is open. Breathe. One more time. Leg comes center. As you come in, just set that ring on your chest, right ankle over your knee. And maybe grab behind that left leg and draw the knee in. Breathing as you stretch open that hip. Get soft through the upper body. And very nice. Good. We're going to start our abdominal work. Taking that ring, we're going to set the pads on the inside of the ankles. It should feel nice and even. We're going to pick up our loops. Headrest again can be up or down. So we're going to do short straps here. Arms are going to start right up above the chest, right above the shoulders. Tension in those palms. Knees come up to that tabletop position. Right over the pubic bone with those knees. Inhale. Exhale the arms down, legs out. Straighten them and squeeze them. If you feel this at all in your lower back, we're going to get those legs a little higher. Squeeze. Breathe in. Feel those ribs. Slide them to your pelvis. Chest is pulling towards that pubic bone. We're going to go exhale. 6. Reach that heart forward. 5. Keep that pelvis nice and heavy. 4. When you squeeze those ankles in, pull those lower belly muscles in. 3. 2. Hold it here. Arms down by your hips, legs out. Squeeze. 2. Abs deeper. Pull that chest forward and reach those fingertips to the foot bar. 4. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Knees bend, arms up, and lay back. Very nice. Every time we extend, we're going to add another squeeze. So we're going to increase the intensity on those inner thighs. So we're going to start with those elbows hovered by your ribs. Palms are facing up, or palms are facing your feet. Fingertips up, knees tabletop with flexed toes. Deep breath. We're going to lift the chest with an exhale. You're going to prepare with an inhale. Arms and legs out, straighten, squeeze. 1. Chest comes to knees as the knees come in, elbows bend. Press out and squeeze twice. 1, 2. Inhale to bend knees and elbows. Press out and straighten. 3, 2, 1. Knees bend, elbows bend. Chest rises. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bend. Press out. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees and elbows bend. Chest stays lifted. And let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it back. Good. We're going to take the loops in one hand, and we're going to take that ring out, put it on the outside of the ankles. And you don't necessarily have to have the padding there. Good. We're going to start with those arms up. Tabletop legs again. Pelvis is heavy. You want to have that little space here in the low back, that natural curve. That little grape can go right under the lower back. Deep breath. Arms down, legs out, chest up. Press out on those rings and bend and reach up. And exhale. Press out and ring out. 3, 4, 5. Blow it out. 6. Bend and reach up. This time we're going to reach those arms and legs out towards the foot bar, fingertips and toes. Press out on the ring. 10, 9, 8. Lower belly pulling in, chest lifting to that pelvis. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release it back. Good. We'll take the loops in one hand. Again, that ring will come out and we'll put it to the side. Keeping your feet resting, arms go out to that T position. Let your knees roll over to a side and just let your spine rotate, twist. Good. Deep breath. Exhale it out. One more time. And the knees up and over to the other side. And deep breath. Exhale. One more. And good. Draw those knees up to center. Okay. Arms are going to go up. Tabletop legs. We're going to kick the legs open to a V. So let's just start with that. Feel the arms get heavy on the back. Feel the back of the shoulders on the mat. All we're going to do is kick those legs to a V and bend them into tabletop. Lower abs are pulling in. Legs kick open, V, and nothing else is changing except those legs. 2, breathe. Now we're going to add the arms. We're going to reach our right hand through the pelvis, left hand to the left side of the hip, legs open, chest comes up, knees and arms center. Reach over the right leg. So left hand is through the center. The other hand reaches out. It's like you're hugging your leg. And reach. Right chest right. Hips stay nice and even. Let's go 6. So it's the chest that's lifting to the right. You're pulling down on that opposite hip. 4. Breathe. 3, lower abs in, exhale, 2, we're going to hold 1, little pulses, lift the chest higher, 5, 4, 3, 2, knees and arms center, lay the head back, breathe at your tabletop, hands over the left leg, little pulses, 5, 4, hips are even, 2, 1, and release it back. Very good. Scoot away from the shoulder pads a little bit. All right. Arms out to a T position. You can press the carriage out a little bit to get the tension in those palms so they're right out from the shoulders, reaching straight out to the sidewalls. Knees are tabletop. Deep breath in. When you pull to your hips, you're going to extend those legs up and curl the tailbone. Now, legs stay straight. Arms go out to a T, legs lower, lower back stays flat. Exhale. Curl that tailbone, reach your hands down toward your hips, and the legs are coming in over your belly button. Legs are straight. Little curl of the tailbone. Ribs or front ribs to back ribs, tight to the mat. 5. Keep that tension in those straps. 4. The arms can stop. The legs will keep going. 3. So you can just keep your arms down by your side if that feels better. 2. Ribs in, tummy in. Hold those arms by your hips. Tilt those hips up, down. Really slow. Don't use momentum. 4. Press those hands to the foot bar. 3. Lower abs in. 2. You can put your head down if it feels too tense and release it back. Very nice, you guys. Should be targeting those lower abs a little bit on that one. And it's a lot of work everywhere. So let's do one more with the straps. Shoulders are down the back, tension in the palms. Let's go tabletop legs. Really simple. We're going to start with just the legs. Arms are going to stay here. We're going to kick one high, one low. Pull them back in with an inhale. Switch, which is high, which is low. If you'd like this more challenging, both legs out low. Your rib cage doesn't get to lift. 4, 3. Both legs extend. 2. Now we're going to add the arms. We're going to pull arms at the same time. And we're going to go 7. 7. 6. Shoulders down the back. Arms get heavy on the mat. 5. 4. Stagger those legs out. Arms are just going down and up. 2 more. Keep that pelvis heavy. Hold 1. The leg that's low. Bring it up and down. 5. If your neck is tired, put your head down. 4. Really straighten that leg. 3. Both legs are straight. 2. Reach for the foot bar. Now switch which leg is moving. 1 is stationary. 1 is moving up and down. 4 more. Chest reaches forward. 4. Belly button tight. 3. Straighten both legs. 2. And 1. And release it. Good. We'll peg those loops. Now we're going to do a standing leg series. So I'm going to use a green spring. A red spring is also very nice. So red is our normal setting. Green will be a little bit on the heavy side. You could also do a red yellow or a red blue. That's going to be quite heavy. So let's grab our ring. We're going to sit that foot bar down 1 notch. So it's kind of on the low setting. We can kind of use it to brace in. So let's go ahead and walk around. Always stepping on the sandpaper first. We're going to hold on to that foot bar. And we're going to put that foot on the sandpaper. The other foot's going to be on the edge, and they're going to be nice and even. We're going to stand up nice and tall. That ring's going to come right to the center of the chest. Tailbone is pointed down. We're zipping up through those abdominals. So we're lifting through the front of the hip. With an inhale, we're going to prepare. With an exhale, we're going to go out. We're going to send the ring to the left and squeeze it into center. Both legs are pressing evenly. You want to feel like you're rotating around that left hip. Left hip comes forward. And it's just a sensation. The pelvis should be very centered. Good. 5. Exhale in 4. Zip up those abs. 3. Lift up that chest. 2. Rotate and back to center. Good. We're going to go ahead and bend down. Shift all your weight to your right leg. Your right shin can kind of come up, or your right side of your leg can be right up against that foot bar. We're going to keep those hips back, chest forward. Back is flat. We're going to press out and in. And out, and we're going to add that squeeze. Squeeze out, bend in. Shoulders are down out of the ears. 10, 9. Pull those abs up in the lower belly. Press and squeeze. 8 and 7. and 6. Maybe gaze down at the floor so your neck feels long. 5. Chest is right in front of your ring is right in front of your chest. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on in. Let's stand up. Take a deep breath. Right back down into that squat position. Shoulders are back. You're going to be pressing out with your right leg. So we're going to stay with the left leg. And we're going to add that squeeze. Squeeze out, bend in. Abs up under the rib cage. Lift your chest. Let's gaze down. 7. Stay low. 6. If you're slipping, grab a sticky mat. 5. You can put a sticky mat either on the carriage under either foot or on that platform. 3, 2, and 1. Come on in. Stand it up. We're going to do some squats. Knees will point straight ahead. Carriage can stay in. We're going to go down, squeeze, and stand up. Feel like you're sitting down in a chair. Abs are lifting, chest is lifting, so you're not sinking through that sternum. 7, 6, 5, and 4. Shoulders down the back. And 3, and 2. Hold it down. Little pulses down. Pull those abs up. 8, 6. Shoulders off the neck. Gaze down. 3, 2, 1. And let's stand. Good. We're going to step off. Put that ring down. We're going to change the weight to a light setting. So we're going to work on the inner thigh. So this will be a pulling in instead of a pressing out. So we're going to go to a yellow, taking off that green or red. Yellow will be very intense. A blue is also a nice choice. So if you haven't done this before, let's try a blue spring. We're going to pick up that ring, holding that foot bar to come up. We're going to have the toes kind of pointed out, so our heels are pointed in. And we're going to zip up those legs on the inner thighs. Ring is again right at the chest. We're going to pull that carriage in, feeling that pull in at the back of the glutes. We're going to go out very, very slowly and squeeze to come in. So that ring is going to squeeze as we draw the carriage back to the foot bar. Inhale out. And legs are pressing evenly. So the body stays right in the center between those two legs and pull it in, squeeze. Pull those abs in and exhale in. Try to get the carriage to come in nice and smooth. We're not letting it clap in or smack in. 4, and pull in. 3, heart to the ceiling, crown of the head up, squeeze in. 2, we're squeezing right at the base of the legs, right at the base of the glutes. 1, hold it in. We'll go ahead and step off. Good, we've got the other side. So let's walk around. Let's start just like we did on the last one. We're going to put on that green or red. That yellow or blue will come off. So generally, we're just on one spring. Foot goes on that sandpaper first, holding onto that foot bar. Foot is narrow. We're parallel, so toes point to the side wall. Nice and tall. We're going to lift up tall, lift through the front of the hip. Good. Ring starts at your chest. We're going to be rotating towards the rope. So we're going to rotate, the arms go out, and we're going to bring it to center and squeeze it. Inhale, exhale. And chest up high. And 7, zip up those abs. And 6, keep that tailbone pointed down. You don't want to let the butt stick out. 5, and center to squeeze. 4, pull up from that pubic bone, right up through the center of the chest. 3, center squeeze. 2, rotate around that right hip. 1, and back in. Good. We're going to sink down into those heels. Tailbone back behind us, chest forward. The weight's going to shift primarily onto that standing leg, the one that's on the frame. And we're going to press the carriage out. Shoulders down the back. Let's gaze down towards the floor. And we're going to add that squeeze in. Let's squeeze out. Press out, squeeze, and bend in low. And 9, and squeeze in. Lift your tummy. 8, shoulders are rolled down the back and lift up through the base of the rib cage. Maybe tucking the tailbone just slightly. 4, and 3, lengthening that lower back. 2, and come in, hold it, and stand up. Breathe down into your squat. Tailbone tilts under just slightly so the lower back feels a little bit longer. Let's move that left foot, the platform foot to the edge a little bit towards the frame edge, and we're going to go out. Left leg extends and in. Shoulders down, tummy in. Let's add that squeeze. Squeeze out, out, and open in. Squeeze 9. Stay low on that standing leg. 8. So that right leg is like you're sitting in a chair. 6. 5. Shoulders are down the back. Belly button in. 4. 3. Stay low. 2. Last time. And stay low. Come on up. Doing those squats. So deep breath in. Ring is open. We're going to send that ring forward, hips back. Now stand up and squeeze. Out, up and squeeze. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, shoulders down. 3, sink low. 2, ring stays at your chest, sink down, and pulses. Hips are dropping like you're going to sit on that chair like you tap it. And 8, 7, squeeze that ring as you drop. 5, 4, lower. 3, 2, 1, and release. Good, we'll put that ring down. We'll step back, and we're going to go to that yellow or blue. That heavier spring, that red or green will come off. Pick up your ring. Hold that foot bar coming up. Legs are turned out. Same sequence. We want to zip up those legs right where the glutes meet the top of the legs. Shoulders down. Squeeze out. Actually, let's squeeze in. Squeeze in. Squeeze that ring. Squeeze those legs. Lift up nice and tall. Out. Ring is open. And exhale. Squeeze in. Lower belly active. Pull up from your pubic bone. Zip up those abs. Inhale. And exhale. 7. Lift your heart. 6. Both legs are pressing or working evenly. Squeeze in. 5. Pull in. 4. Out and pull in. 3. 2. And we're coming in. Squeeze it and hold it in just for a moment. Squeeze. And let's release. That ring down and we'll come on off. All right. Nice job. Good work. All right. We're going to go into some arm work now. I'm going to change my springs to a red and a yellow. You can also just do this on red. If you'd like it a little bit heavier, do a red and a blue. I'm going to get my box. We'll put that box on lengthwise, right up against those shoulder pads, and we're going to take a seat facing the ropes. So we're going to put our feet on that headrest. We're going to grab our short straps. We're going to scoot those hips back just a little bit so when our arms are extended forward, those ropes are tight. Lower abs are in like a nice tight seatbelt with a nice tall spine, long and lifted. We're going to open those arms out to that T. The knuckles are facing back. As you exhale, pull the lower belly in and feel that exhale. Squeeze the core. As you exhale, the ribs should shrink in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms go forward. Kind of shake that out a little bit. Shoulders should be tight, but not the neck. Now we're going to keep the back straight, pull those lower abs, and we're going to open to a small V till you feel tension in the shoulders. We're going to lift your right knee up. It's going to tap down and up. 5, shoulders down, chest lifted. 4, tap lift. 3, keep your back straight. 2, and 1. Arms go forward. Inhale, foot is down. Open those arms to that V. Feel that chest rise, tummy in, and left foot knee lifts up and tap it. 5 and 4. Pull those lower abs in, lift tall. 3, exhale. 2, foot down, arms forward, and shake that out. Good. Now you're going to hinge forward at the hip. The back will be flat. You're drawn up through the rib cage. Your palms are going to face back to that foot bar with the arms in a V shape. Chest is lifting, and we're going to press back and look at that chest in the mirror in front of you. Make sure your chest is still lifted, stomach in, and then tilt your head forward so we're gazing down at the floor. The neck is relaxed. And 4 more. 4, squeezing the arm from the shoulder to the elbow, 3, arm is very straight, abs are in, 2, 1. Now hold the arms forward, kind of shrug, unshrug, let those shoulders release. We're going to bring those arms halfway back. So the arms are by the hips. You're going to keep the elbow stationary, bend and press. So it's just the lower arm that's moving. Heart's moving forward, abs are lifting up under those ribs. We've got 6, 5, 4, abs and ribs are lifting to your center, 3, 2, and 1, and release, sitting up nice and tall. Again, shake those shoulders out. You should be feeling the back of that shoulder, arm, tricep area. Good. Let's do a little bit of bicep work. So we're going to scoot forward a touch. Those heels are going to come up onto those shoulder pads. Arms are out in front of us. You can also keep the heels, feet down on that headrest if it feels more comfortable. So those arms are hovering above the knees. Lift your heart. We're going to tilt the pelvis under, coming into that C curve. So rounding the tailbone under, pubic bone up, chest is drawn forward. We're going to go ahead and pull. Exhale, inhale, arms go all the way out. Exhale, pull. Feel the abdominals draw in with your exhale. 6, shoulders down. Exhale, 5. Keep looking straight ahead at your chest and shoulders are down. 3, lower abs are deepening as you pull. 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to pull halfway in and stop. Shoulders are down. Right leg out. Good. Just those arms up, up. Elbows lift. 4, very small. 3, pelvis is even. 2, 1, heel goes down, arms go out, sit up tall. Give yourself a little rest. Round the tailbone, lean back into that C curve. Arms are halfway in. Left leg out. Left leg stays, just the elbows up and up. Get that right hip heavy. 4, 3, abs a little deeper. 2, and 1. Foot goes down, arms go out, sit up nice and tall. Good. And let's put those feet back on the headrest. Very nice. All right. Let's go ahead and reach those arms out to that V shape, chest up, abs in. We're going to press back and forth. So arms aren't right by your hips, they're out a little bit. Abs are tight. Let's go 6. Pull those shoulders down the back, lift your heart up the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Good. All right. Let's scoot back now. We're going to scoot back enough that our hips are towards the back of the box, legs out straight. If you need to, you can dip the feet, but try to stay right up on top of those sit bones, those butt bones. Arms are out with your right palm up, left palm down. We're going to pull and press at the same time. So the left hand presses back, the right hand bends into a bicep curl. 6, lift up those ribs out of the hips. 5, nice and tall through the spine. 4, 3, 2, nice and tall, lift up, and we're going to change sides. Left palm up for the bicep curl, right palm down. We're going to press that right arm back, left arm bends into that bicep curl. Stretch your torso, lift your ribs so your waist feels long. 5, right arm is straight, right down by the box. 4, fingertips are scooping into sand. 3, like you're digging your fingertips into sand. 2, and 1, and release. Good. Let's just round forward and just hold that for a second. Let your head tilt. Deep breath. Let's go ahead and peg those loops and roll up, and we're going to scoot forward. Good. We're going to come on off, and let's turn around. So we're going to lay down, and your chest is going to be off the front, so your lower ribs are on. Let's go ahead and put your hands on that platform and lift your chest up. Pull forward on that frame so your chest feels like it's reaching out over the front of the foot bar. Legs are active. Deep breath in and lay back down. Good. Arms stretch, chest lifts, abs come up into the rib cage. Deep breath in and exhale down. Good. Let's make this a little bit heavier. I'm going to change my yellow to a blue. So I have a red blue. If that's too much, you can do a red yellow. One red is also acceptable. So put those hands wide on the foot bar. We're going to lift your heart up. Your chin should be clearing that foot bar. Legs are active behind you. With a press, we're going to exhale out and elbows dip down. Chest is wide. Exhale, press out. Shoulders drop down, belly button in. Keep those ribs heavy underneath you. They don't get to lift. So we're staying flat on the torso. And we're doing 4. You can always change mid-exercise. 3. If it's feeling too heavy, your shoulders are pinching, drop down the weight. 2. And come on in, slow and controlled. Now, without letting the shoulders roll into the neck or ears, lift the elbows slightly. The fingertips point in towards the cheeks. We're going to do 8 more. Legs are active, pelvis pressing down. Press out 8 and inhale. Exhale 7. Fill your belly button. Try to draw it up. Shoulders off the neck. 5. Gazing down at the floor. 4. Exhale 3. Breathe on the way in. Exhale out 2. Shoulders off the neck as best you can. Pull it all the way in and release. Good. We are going to come up for a child's pose. So this can be done standing on the ground. If you're standing on the ground, you're just going to face your box and put your hands on the box. Feet will be on the floor facing your reformer. Knees under hips. We're going to arch the back. Pull those abs up. Let your head tilt forward. And tailbone back, chest forward. Breathe in, keeping those abdominals drawn up and round. Inhale, lift. Belly up. And exhale, release the tailbone back. Still lifting those lower abs like a sling. In through the nose. And come into a neutral spine. Let's take that right hand and twist, stretch, rotating. You're sort of using the box as a lever, so pushing down to get the chest to twist. And come center. Other side. Breathe those abs in. And come on, center. Good. We're going to come off that box. And let's go ahead and put the box away. Let's go ahead and lay down. We're going to grab a ball. So I'm going to use a blue ball. You don't have to use a ball. You can simply tilt your headrest up into that lifted position and lean over onto it. If your ball is there, go ahead and leave your headrest flat. So we're going to scoot those hips back. We're going to be down towards the springs. It's still pretty heavy. I have a red blue. I would probably say a red yellow is recommended. If you like it on the lighter side, just that red spring. So we're going to lay on our left side. We're going to put that ear down on that ball. And we're going to press out and grab that loop, put it on that top right leg. So we're laying on the left side. We want our shoulders behind the shoulder pads, and we want a little space below our waist between our rib and our hip. So our hips feel stacked, our back is straight. We're going to go ahead and bend the knee in front of the hip and press it out. And bend and press it out. Keep those hips nice and still. That waist is still up. Maybe slide a couple fingers from your top arm underneath that waist so you're not sinking into it. We want to feel that lift. And let's go 5. Full extension of that right leg. 4. Really press the leg straight. Reach to the center of the foot bar. 3, 2, and we're going to keep the leg straight. Good. We're going to rotate, turn out. We're going to bend the knee towards the shoulder and push it out. Again, we're staying lifted on that bottom left side. And 8, and 7, and 6. Press and reach. 5. The leg is fully extended. The hips are stacked, bone over bone. And 4. In and out. 3. Push that heel away. 2. And 1. And we're going to rotate the leg back to parallel. Very small reach forward and back. Forward and back. And keep those hips still. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And we're going to bend in. And let's grab the rope with the bottom arm, and we're going to slide the leg through that longer strap and stack up the knees. Really bend those knees, stick your tushy out. So you're going to send your tailbone back and keep that lift in the lower ribs cage, waist, and we're going to keep the feet glued. We're going to clam, open and close that top knee, open and close. Good. And 8 and 7, abs are in. 6, feet are staying closed. 5, so feet stay touching. 4 and 3, keep breathing. 2 and 1, and release. Let's find that lower part of the foot bar with your bottom leg and slip that loop off your leg, and we'll peg that strap. Good. And we'll come on up and we'll go to the other side. So we're sitting down by the springs, and we're going to lean over onto our right side now. Try to keep your shoulders behind those shoulder pads. We don't want to feel like we're sliding through. Stack up that hip area, shoulder area. We're going to press out with that bottom leg and grab that loop, and it's going to go on that left foot. We're going to find the arch of the foot, pressing that leg straight. So we want to feel that leg reaching in line with the body, so it's straight out from the torso. We're going to very slowly bend and press it out. Full extension of the back of the leg. Heel forward and press. Feel that little squeeze of the glute as you extend. 8. Waist is up on this right side. 7. 6. 5. Press and reach. 4. Waist is up. Those fingers can go under. 3. We're having that sensation of lift. 2. Press that leg out. Hold it. Now we're going to keep the hip stacked. Turn the leg out. Now the knee bends towards the shoulder and press. And we're not sinking in that lower side. We're staying lifted. 8. Bend and press. So if we bend in too much, we tend to sink. So we're not going to bend into our deepest bend. 4 more. 4. Abs are in across the front of the pelvis. 3. Hips are stacked. 2. And extend, hold. Turn the leg back to parallel. Waist is still up. Leg goes straight forward, just a touch. It's not going to go to its full length. We've got a lot of weight on there. Try to stay heavy on the back of the hip. 6. Pull from where the glute meets the hamstrings. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. We should be feeling a little burn there. Bend in. We're going to grab the rope, slide our leg through. The knees are going to stack up. You're going to stick your hips back a little bit so you have a little more curve in that low back. Feet are together and touching. We're going to open and close. Waist still up. Think about that waist. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Let's press out a little bit here and take that loop off. We're going to peg that loop and we're going to press ourselves up. Good. Ball to the ground. Good. We're going to do 2 red springs. So let's change that. Headrest can be up. And we're going to use our ring one more time. So let's grab that ring. And we're going to put feet in the strap. So take a seat, feet up on that foot bar, and laying that head on the headrest, shoulders behind those shoulder pads. Just set your ring onto your torso and just lay it there. We're going to grab both loops. We're going to press out and then slip those loops over the arches of both feet. And we're going to press those legs out. Good. Grab that ring. We're going to put it right at the inner part of the ankle. Collarbone is wide. Press those legs out. Now we want to have our natural curve. So there's a blueberry under that low back. We don't want to smash it when we bend. Drop that tailbone. Relax those arms. Keep a little squeeze on that ring. We're going to bend the knees in and frog press out. It's like a frog jump. Bend in, press out, squeeze the ring. Breathe out, press and squeeze. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Legs out, hold, squeeze. 2, 3, 5, 6. Heels are in. 9, 10. Now turn those legs in. And from inside the hip socket, you roll that leg bone in and squeeze that ring with those big toe side of the leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come on in. We'll take the ring to the outer part of the ankle. So we'll take it off the inside and put it on the outside. So it's going to go right over your feet and over the rack straps. Legs out. Now, let's lift head, neck, and shoulders. Drop your tailbone. So again, we have that little curve here. We're going to bend in, press out, and squeeze out. Breathe. And out. Chest stays lifted if you can. If you're tired, you can keep that head down. Arms will be down by your side if you're not lifting. Let's go 5. 5, 4, lower belly in. 3, 2, hold it out there. Press out. 2, ankles pressing away. Good. 5, chest up. 4, abs are flat right across the lower belly. Now again, the legs turn in slightly from inside the hip socket. We're rolled in with those legs and heels pull out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Let those ribs sink a little heavier, front ribs to back ribs. 3, 2, 1. Release the head down. Let's take that ring off. Set it to the side. Now relax those arms. Press those heels out. We're going to go into that Pilates V shape. Let the back of the shoulders rest heavy. We're going to do our Russian dancer or Peter Pan. So one knee bends to a shoulder, the other leg sweeps out and press. We're looking for still hips. We're looking for a still lower back so that blueberry doesn't get smashed. So we don't want to open so wide that the lower back sinks or the tailbone curls up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do one more. Hold it there. So we have tension in that bent knee and a little bit of tension in that straight leg. Deep breath. One more time. Deep breath. And then press out with that bent leg. Bring those legs together. Switch which knee is bent, which leg is open. Try to even out those hips. Deep breath. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Press those legs out. Let's do some leg circles. So legs go up. They circle open. And again, we're looking for that still pelvis, still lower back. We're really stabilizing from the ribs down. 4. Exhale around. Those abs engage as the legs reach away from you. 2. And exhale around. Hold. We're going to reverse. Legs open. Tailbone anchors you. Pelvis anchors you. And exhale down the center. You want to keep those hips flat. So as the legs rise, try not to let the ropes lift you up. You want to keep pulling down in the tailbone. 3. And circle down and around. And 2. And down. Open. Circle up. And let's hold the legs here. Make sure your hips are completely flat. If you can go to 90, that's great. If you need to be out on an angle, that's great too. Arms down. You're going to keep tension in your right foot. You're going to let your left leg go open. You're going to try to keep that pelvis level and back to center. Left leg presses into the strap. Right leg floats out to the side. And right foot takes the tension. Exhale up. Let's go 3. Think about keeping that opposite shoulder heavy. 2. 1. Back into center. Good. Press down. Bend the knees into the chest. Let's let the soles of the feet touch together. Knees open. And just relax. You can either rest your hands on your knees. Maybe open up your arms and let your chest feel heavy. Let your knuckles kind of hang. The arm will let your weight of your arm will kind of pull down on that chest and front of shoulder area. Nice deep breaths. Maybe close your eyes and relax. Let your body melt into your mat. Melt into that machine. One more time. And then knees come center. We'll grab those ropes and take those loops off. Peg those straps. Good. And we're going to come on up and we're going to do our eaves lunge. So let's come up to the left and we'll drop it to just a red spring. So for eaves lunge, 1 red spring. We're going to have that standing leg, outside leg at the front of the machine, other heel up against that shoulder pad. Knee can be up or down. We're going to press that carriage out. Try to get the shoulders to drop down and lift up a little bit through the chest. Breathe. Want to feel that hip flexor on that leg on the reformer. Deep breath in. Now come about halfway in, and we're going to lift that center arm up and reach away from the machine. Deep breath. And exhale, bring that arm down. We're going to slide the carriage all the way in, straighten the front leg and press out. So now that left leg is straight, or that standing leg is straight. We're going to try to square the hips off. Lift your tailbone a little bit. Breathe. And again, if you can, you could lift those toes off the floor just slightly, pressing into that heel. And then toes down, come in. We're going to turn our body towards the machine. Both toes are parallel, pointed to the side wall, and you're going to press out. You can hold the frame closest to you. You can hold the frame away from you. Hands can stay one on the foot bar, one on the carriage, whatever is comfortable for you. Back is flat, abs are drawn up. Take a deep breath and let that carriage slide home. And we'll do that other side. Let's move our props, get them out of our foot area. So outside leg on the floor, inside heel up against that shoulder pad. We're going to press that carriage out. And again, if you can, you're going to lift up through the chest a little, increasing the stretch on the front of the hip and the thigh. Breathe. And then sliding forward, we're going to come up in halfway. That center arm reaches up and you're going to reach outside the machine. So up and over your head, pull those abs up, zip up the belly. And then arm comes back down to the foot bar, slide forward all the way in, straighten that standing leg and press out. Roll that inside hip forward so you're squared off through the pelvis. And if you can lift the toes off the floor, pressing into the heel. Try to let go of those shoulders. Use your core to stabilize. And then come on in. Turning your body and your toes into the machine, you're going to press out. Shoulders roll back, chest forward. Again, finding a spot where you like to hold. If you're holding the frame, watch your thumbs as the carriage comes back in. Let's come on in. Good. We're going to take a little seat and just finish with a little side bend. So we're going to reach those arms up. One hand comes down to the hip and reaching over your head. Deep breath in. And then other side down to your hip and reach up and over your ear. Lift chest, tummy in. And then we'll twist towards our ropes, pressing on that knee, belly button in, lift up tall, rotate center, and one hand back, other hand on the knee. You're going to twist towards your foot bar, deep breath in. Come on, center. Let's roll those shoulders. 3 and 2. Other way, nice and relaxed. 3 and 2. And 1. Good. Breathe. Nice stretch in the arms to the sky, and we are all done. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the workout. Have a great day or evening. Thanks.